16. It's our Sweet 16, guys. Happy birthday.
Yeah, I could drive now.
We can drive now, and in some states we're legal. That's probably going to get cut out.
We're on the road to 100. Our 100th episode. We're on the road to it, boys.
We are on the road.
Every week. Think about it.
How is everybody? It's been a minute. You guys went home for the weekend, so we didn't talk over the weekend. How was everything?
Good. You're frozen?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, you're back.
Life was good.
It was good.
Life was good.
Fishing. Drank way too much beer. I had to drink a lot of water yesterday because of that.
I only got drunk one day, so it wasn't too bad.
I consumed way too many beers. But it was fun. Good. Bad weather on Friday. We were supposed to play golf, didn't play. And then fished and hung out and did.
Did you guys get to golf Sunday?
We played Sunday morning.
Okay.
But we didn't get all 18 in because our Easter dinner reservation came up. We got done on 16. But it was beautiful. Beautiful weekend other than Friday.
Sunday was perfect for a round of golf in the morning.
Sunday was
Unbelievably good.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, it was a good weekend. How about you, Ty?
I cleaned my entire apartment. It was really fun. Also, snaking my shower was a super, super, super fun time.
You know what, though? That's a good experience to go through, though.
It's not the first time I've done it.
You're a better man for that, Ty.
To spin off of the word you just used, which was snaking.
Oh, boy.
Question for you, fellas. Okay. Would you rather? Okay.
Yep.
For 5 hours. 6 hours. Let's give it 6 hours.
6 hours. All right.
Would you rather be in a tank full of snakes or a box full of bees for 6 hours?
You really had to pick the two of the things that I hate the most.
Are the snakes venom? Like, are they rattlesnakes or are they like constrictors?
I'm allergic. I'm allergic to bees, and I'm choosing.
Yeah, I mean,
assortment.
No, I'm going snakes. I'll as long as they're not venomous snakes, I'll take snakes.
I'm gonna go with bees for the mere fact is if you get to a corner, I'm not talking about like a little box. I'm talking about
I thought you were talking coffin.
Yeah, well, like say like you're in a tub of snakes. Okay, so you're like laying in a tub of snakes, or like in I'd say by like a 4x4 room full of bees, like a lot of bees. For the bees wise, I think if you pick a corner and you just control the fear, I think the bees will, subside. I don't think they'll come at you. Snakes, on the other hand, I don't like the crawling up and down me and all that kind of shiznit.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd rather take the bees, even though I'm allergic. Just don't
show fear.
Yeah,
snakes aren't that bad, especially if they're not venomous. Like they'll just crawl around and dick off. Like
the only time
it's the feeling.
The only time a bee stings you is when they feel threatened.
But the thing is, when one bee stings you, the rest sting you because it lets off a pheromone. So if one stings you, over the 6 hours, you're fucked.
Yeah, true.
Snakes, it's whatever.
I will say though, when it comes to like the snakes, the very first time, I don't care what type of snake it is, wraps up around me out of any part of my body, I'm freaking the fuck out. I don't know if it's a python or not.
If a rattlesnake bites you, Ty, you're dead in 10 minutes.
Again, I asked specifically for this reason, if they're venomous or not.
I'm not going to go with the highly venomous, like the...
Well, then I'm taking snakes.
That's literally sadistic. Why would we do that?
No, if they're constrictors like boas and pythons and stuff, like, I'm perfectly fine with that.
How long ago was this?
6 hours.
6 hours.
I'm sitting in the bathtub. I'm going in first. The snakes are being dumped on me, and I'm not moving for just 6 straight hours.
Just get in your happy place,
No, I will put in headphones. I'll have AirPods, 6 hour battery charge.
I probably would put a pair of like whenever you go to sleep, those things that go on your face, like cover your eyes.
Blindfold, yeah.
I guess blindfold.
Sleeping
a blindfold, and I would sit in the tub with snakes. I would, because the bees would tickle my body too much for me not to move.
The noise too, the bees.
And the noise, right. Imagine if a snake will snake.
This is like an active nightmare that I have almost once a week.
Yeah, no, I'm taking snake. I mean, I don't like snakes.
Are you not a snakes on a plane kind of guy, Evan?
That movie.
Is that like your worst movie, like least favorite movie ever?
It's so funny.
It's a good movie, but it just
Sammy Allen goes hard though, bro. I mean,
those snakes were killers too. They went for it.
Yeah, they had they were all male snakes and they had pheromone going through the
and they had the shit on their eyes so they couldn't see. So then they were like always fearful.
Yeah, they were just super aggressive.
But it's tough. It's a fun one though. I mean, not fun.
It is a good. No, I mean it is a good one though. I mean because I hate bees and snakes. I'm not a fan of either. But if to choose the two, I'm taking snakes.
I'd rather fart and time travel for sure.
Yeah, I do agree with that one. But anyway, that was a good question, Cal. I do like those ones.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll bring them around.
I like it. Hey, I'm a fan of these. So the question of the week from the Mile High guys, Eric Goodman and Andrew Mason this week, is actually one that stemmed off of last week. It's who do you believe more about Justin Fields, Dan Orlovsky or the head coach of Ohio State, Ryan Day? For context, Dan Orlovsky went on to Pat McAfee's show and said that he's been hearing from a bunch of people, a bunch of higher-ups in the NFL that Justin Fields doesn't like to work, doesn't really show up, like kind of a last-in, first-out type of guy. So that's kind of why he's been falling down draft boards. And obviously Ryan Day, his coach for the last couple of years, came out and said, like, no, he's one of the hardest-working dudes I've ever met in my entire life. So, yeah, their question to us is, who do you believe more? Dan Orlovsky or head coach Ryan Day? Cal, you want to start?
Yeah, I can. I'm going to be plain and simple. I'm going to agree with Ryan Day for the mere fact that he's been around him. Orlovsky really hasn't. He's going off of other people's, words and could be taken out of context, stuff like that. I know he's got reputable sources, stuff like that, but with the fact of no matter what, just like what Eric said, he's really never heard a coach ever come out and say negatively or even positively stick their neck out for someone such as like that. In a case like this where it could fall back on him, where I feel that since he is sticking his neck out, I really believe that this kid can do what he wants. And you guys all know this, I have a soft spot for Justin Fields. I think he's going to do well as long as he's put in the right situation. So I'm going to go with Ryan Day. I'm going to go with the guy who's been around him for the last few years.
Which is fair.
I'll go.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to go with Dan Orlovsky because whenever there's smoke, there's fire, first off. Second off, I would say that any head coach for a Power 5 major program in the country is never going to talk bad about their quarterback that's going to be a top 5 to 10 pick, ever. He's never going to be like, oh, yeah, like – yeah. He never worked hard. He was always, in and out. Like he was never really locked in. Like no one's ever going to say that because literally when they draft Justin Fields, they're going to have a little board in their facility that says our first round picks, and he's going to be on that. So I'm not saying it's true or not. I'm just strictly saying that I don't believe that Ryan Day would speak ill of him. So that's why I believe it.
Yeah, that's how I am too. I mean, how bad would it look for incoming prospects to have your head coach talk bad about, a top 5, top 10 pick in the NFL? I mean, it would look terrible. I wouldn't want to play for that school. In this case, Ryan Day's word, yes, he knows Justin Fields better than all of us and Dan Orlovsky, but it almost has zero credibility. It's you're not going to talk bad about your player ever, even if he is shit. So, I mean, that's it for me.
I mean, so from my perspective, I don't want to be that guy, but I'm kind of riding both lines here because, Dan is going to get reports and everything from people that may try to be tanking his draft stock, i.e., the Patriots could be floating stuff out there like this to hopefully have Justin Fields drop to the Patriots. That's not going to happen, but maybe it's one of the things. And obviously, yeah, like you guys said, Ryan Day isn't going to speak ill of one of the best quarterbacks to come out of Ohio State in the last 20 years. So it doesn't make sense for him to come out and say anything else other than, great athlete, great student, worked his ass off, like everything. So to me, I don't want to be the guy that rides both lines, but if I have to believe somebody more, I'm going to go with Dan Orlovsky because these people are getting paid, not Dan specifically, but the people that told Dan about this issue are getting paid millions of dollars to find this. Now, obviously, if it's leaked to the media and everything like it just was, then there's diversionary tactics and everything that you're going to question. But for me, I'm going to lead more towards Dan's side just because, yeah, as Evan said, it's also a poor reflection on the school if he's not a hard worker. So,
for all in all, it's one word against another person's word at this point, so it is what it is. But once again, thank you guys for the interesting question. Definitely going to be valid here coming up in the next,
Oh, this is going to be a huge question mark moving towards the draft in what,
100%.
a month?
2 weeks.
Yeah,
Not
2
even,
weeks.
Like 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, no, this is going to be a huge question mark. If he drops, then obviously there's some validity to this. If he's still taken, third overall?
Yeah.
Then it's not an issue. I did also see a thing where he scored like in the 99 percentile on some new fancy test that is more or less like, can you remember a playbook is more or less the test. He scored like almost like photographic memory. So Justin Fields has that going for him as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, as Cal said, thanks for the question. And
Division II quarterback.
Stop.
unbelievable. Yeah. Evan, you don't have to ask to redo shit. Just carry on.
What did
He said
He just said shit.
He said shit, but
I can edit it out.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Evan, is this your first time podcasting?
No.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Oh god, I love it. It's funny. I mean, for the context, for if this isn't going to be edited out, this part.
I'm just gonna cut like 5 minutes out.
Yeah, we try to be family friendly when it comes to that.
No,
Wait,
podcast.
are we editing this all out?
Don't.
I want to get them out now then. Okay.
All right.
How's about to end this?
Well, if you're editing it all out, I mean, get it out, right?
All right, so boys, it's time to talk about March Madness. Real quick, pause. Shout out to NT Nate. I don't even remember how to pronounce your last name. I'm gonna be real with you, dude. Where is it? We have a lot of notifications on. Nate Speckman. He won our March Madness bracket challenge.
Who
So
finished last?
you were close. You were close to last.
I was damn close, boys.
I think I was
bracket I've ever
57th.
had.
Yeah, I was 57th out of like 63.
Yeah, Evan.
I know Jordan was also below me as well, Cade.
I was 61st out of 62.
Nice, dude.
That is the worst.
Nice.
I only got 2 teams in the Elite Eight correct. I didn't have any. I had Illinois and I had Ohio State making literally the Final Four. So,
I feel that.
kind of a tough beat when you don't get 2 of those right there.
No, I feel that.
I mean, shout out to the NCAA to make sure this happened. Both women and men.
Huge.
They got through it without any hiccups. They had one hiccup in the men's side with VCU, which was tough. Tough pill to swallow.
They would have won it.
Yeah, they could have. I mean, hey, they were an 11 seed. 11 seed got there.
Got to the Final Four, yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Johnny Juzang, who was an absolute dog.
Hey,
Who? UCLA?
No. VCU. I think there were 10. It was 10.
10-7.
I think they were 11 seed or something.
10-7.
10-7.
Just a big asterisk right next to this winner.
But yeah.
I mean, Oregon didn't get to the Final Four, so it's
Mickey Mouse.
I have a question for you guys when it comes to this. I mentioned the K last time. We had a little bit of a discussion about it. Do you, in my opinion, I do. Do you feel in the past 10 years that Gonzaga is kind of all smoke and mirrors?
No. I don't think they're smoke and mirrors. I think they're a very good basketball team.
I don't want just a program in a whole, like the last 10 years. They get there, they're number 1 seed like 8. They've been like a number 1 seed like 8 times in the last 10 years. They're always there, but they never get the job done. They've been to the Final Four a handful of times. They've been to the finals a couple of times, but they just don't get the job done.
Do they have the same coach?
Yes. Yeah. Which he's grown a great program pretty much out of pretty much nothing. And which all respect in the world to him. But I don't know. Every year in and year out, I just feel that when they get to that point where it's time to play good teams night in and night out, I just don't have the faith in them to win the championship.
So this is the problem that Gonzaga has. Gonzaga played the toughest non-conference schedule in the NCAA this year, like the toughest. I think they played Kansas. I can't even remember all the teams they played, but they played like Iowa. They played Iowa in the first couple games of the year as well. But their non-conference schedule was ridiculous. But the problem is that then they play 4 months of conference play, right, against Austin Area High School. And it's just not going to benefit them because when they get to the NCAA tournament, they're going to be a 1 seed. They're going to play an 8 or a 9 seed, so they should win that game. and then they're going to play a 5 seed, and they or a 5 seed or a like a 7, a 5 or a 7 seed, pretty much,
or a 13 or a 12
or an 11.
Pick a number.
Right.
Pick a
Or
number.
11.
So
11 they had this year.
So, let's be honest, you still really aren't that challenged at that point. And then you're going to, in the Elite 8 Final 4 area, you're going to play like a 1 or a 2, 3 seed kind of thing.
Or an 11 seed this year.
This year they played who'd they play before Gonzaga though? I mean before UCLA. They played
Creighton.
Creighton, who was like a 6
Creighton?
seed.
5.
Yeah.
It was a 5 seed.
Yeah.
I think
it was a 5 seed.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so 5 seed. Still not that challenged. I mean, Creighton, it's not like you're playing a Power 5 seed. You're playing a non Power 5 school, and then you go to the Final 4 and you play your first Power 5 school then. Like, you're just not going to win. You're just not going to win. You're not tested enough. Like, where Baylor went through the Big 12, which is one of the best conferences, right? They played a good out of conference schedule. And County looked this up. They played a 1, an 8, then they played, I think, a 5, and then they played a 3, 2, and 1.
2 and a 1. Yeah.
You're just gonna do better. I don't know.
I mean, just really quick, I really feel like you were saying the opposite, like maybe 2 weeks ago when we were talking about this, because I said like I didn't think Gonzaga was that good because they played people like Pepperdine, and you were saying, but they played such a tough non-conference schedule, like this got them ready for this. I could have sworn you said that exact thing.
I did. I thought they'd be ready for it because they.
Yeah, last night he was shooting down what I was saying last night.
Yeah, I literally
shot
saying
down
that.
what I said.
But what I'm saying is that like since they haven't played anybody since, they're not tested enough, I guess, in the NCAA tournament. Because leading up to the NCAA tournament, I said that. But then
I was going to say, I could have sworn while we were talking about this, like, I said the opposite of I said what you're saying right now, and you were on the opposite side of the fence on that one.
I'm agreeing with you before I disagree with you leading up to the tournurnament.
They have to.
In the tournament, they didn't play the toughest schedule like Baylor did. Baylor was literally turn up ready because of who they played. It's a confidence thing. Like, if you're playing a 16 seed, you're obviously not taking that game as seriously as if you're playing a 3 seed, right? I mean, and Gonzaga played really nobody until the Final 4, and then got lucky, absolute lucky half-court bank shot.
Really was wild. Still, by the way, one of the most electric games I've ever seen, college or pro.
Absolutely. And then get their ass wiped in the championship game. It was never a game. So, I mean, like, I was wrong. I'm not afraid to say I was wrong. I thought they'd be more ready than that, but they weren't.
I mean, they've kind of molded to that fact where they've kind of had to put a tough out of conference schedule because they weren't getting the respect that they thought they deserved, in which they rightfully deserved in the past. Now they're starting to get that respect and everything because of who they're playing, and they have to schedule that, because if not, they're just going to be that same team out west that's playing against nobodies, and they're going to come into the Final 4. I mean, come into the tournament as a 1 seed, whether they're the 1 overall or whatever, because they're undefeated year in and year out. It's at some point they have. I mean, obviously, when a program like theirs is there almost every single year, they got to get to that next level and win. And I thought it was this year. I did. I mean, I put money on Baylor.
A lot of people thought it was this year.
I put money on Baylor.
That's the best team Mark Few's ever had. Straight up, that's the best team they've ever had.
3 All-Americans?
Yep.
Yeah, and he's going to have, 3 lottery picks, 4 lottery picks come off that team?
He'll probably have 2.
I was going to say probably
first
2.
rounders, not lottery. But
yeah, you'll have Kisper and Jalen Suggs will both be, if not both lottery, but in the first round.
Yeah, I was going to say Timmy will go probably somewhere in the second.
I think Timmy will be back. I think he'll be back.
You think so?
Oh, you think?
Mm-hmm.
But either way, it's such a hard pill to swallow. And I put money on Baylor because the odds are right for it. But
I did too.
At halftime, it was down 10. I went and hedged my bet. I put money on Gonzaga. I thought they were going to come back. I really did. But hats off to Baylor. What was it? First NCAA championship in how many years? Was it like 7?
That's our first ever as a men's basketball team.
Yeah, I was going to say I have no idea. I just know that literally start to finish, like wire to wire.
Yeah.
Baylor got up and never looked back.
Oh yeah.
Evan and I literally, because Cal was asleep on Saturday when the championship game was being played. I mean, the Final Four game was being played.
Final Fours, yeah.
Yeah, when UCLA literally took them to the brink, I literally said to Evan, we both said, we're like, yeah, Baylor's probably going to beat them the way they played. They played a Power 5, good coached, well-ran team, and they lost, right? They won on a absolute shit show of a shot. There was no way they were going to I'm not saying.
No, it was even a well-defended shot.
Yeah.
UCLA got their hand up.
No, you're a little bit more salty because you guys lost money on it. I mean,
we did.
Hey, both of you lost money on Houston +5, which shout out Bears. Because
Evan and I took UCLA money line for that game though, so that kind of hurt. It was plus 640 or something like that, wasn't it, Ev?
Yeah.
Yeah.
750.
750. Yeah.
Dad put $10 on it to 175.
He did. Me, Evan, and my dad were just absolutely sweating bullets in my living room together. It was
passed out.
Really good experience, honestly.
I mean, I can imagine.
I would have screamed every expletive if I was in my own, think I wasn't sleeping if I was in my own place. That was crazy.
Shout out to Baylor for also getting through Houston, who had one of the most suffocating defenses in the tournament, and blowing them out by 25 or 28 or something.
Yeah, it was never a game.
No, Baylor again just manhandled them.
People are talking about Baylor as one of the best college basketball teams ever, ever. I mean, they put it on just display. They dominated all year long, other than the 1 week where they had 3 guys out who had contact tracing.
I was going to say they had a hiccup via COVID, but before that they looked like this the whole time, and leading into the tournament they were getting back to it and just carried it all the way through.
Right, in the tournament they struggled. I know that they didn't win their conference tournament, but because they were still getting back, trying to get healthy from
that's
COVID.
What I'm saying. Just that
but
hiccup slowed them down a little bit. But.
I 100% out of all the number one seeds, I had them as the lowest number one seed. I thought they were going to be the worst of the 4, and they completely proved me wrong.
Yeah, no, I think I have to agree with that.
Yeah, going into the tournament, in.
I had high hopes for Michigan. I thought after what Illinois did in the Big Ten tournament, they were going to be just a threat. Yep. And Gonzaga was obviously undefeated. So
right.
No,
it was a great tournament though. That Final Four game kind of saved the NCAA tournament though this year.
Oh, it was honestly, massive, dude.
There
were a lot of upsets. Let's not act like there weren't a lot of upsets, but I think that was
the first weekend.
Yeah.
The first weekend
shout out Oral Roberts.
Right, Oral Roberts and Loyola Chicago. The first weekend was awesome. It usually is awesome. There's going to be so many upsets every year, but the problem is that the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8 game. The Sweet 16 games were not even close. Really, none of the games were close. Even the upsets weren't close.
Yeah,
the only game that was good in the Sweet 16 was Oral Roberts.
Well, there were, I think, 4 overtime games total, and 3 of them did come on the first weekend.
Yeah.
And then there was only one buzzer, and that was what we saw.
And that was that one right there. Yep.
No, hey, March Madness is still just an absolute blast. I love it every year. Yeah, no, it's one of my favorite times of the year, just as far as sports goes.
It's my favorite week of sports. This week and a half we're going to talk about today.
So, shout out Baylor for winning your title. Shout out Nate for winning. I forgot your name again. It is Nate, though.
Yep.
But neither here nor there. Yeah. And everyone that's listening to this that also played in the actual bracket challenge, thank you. And if you're listening, shout out you.
We're going to have more.
We're going to be doing more stuff in the future.
Contests, stuff like that down the road. There's some fun things coming up.
I was going to say, I'm down to do I know that the NHL does brackets for their playoffs. I'm sure we can find something for the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down for all of that stuff.
Yep.
Really quick, just touch on some football news. It's probably the biggest news that we're going to see until the draft is my guess. Aaron Rodgers is hosting Jeopardy. But no, in all seriousness, Sam Darnold just got traded to the Carolina Panthers, which means, and I'm pretty sure they've already announced him as the starter, which means Bridgewater's the backup. I'm almost positive that Darnold
they were talking. Bridgewater is he's going to have a say on what happens to him.
Right.
Yeah,
Bridgewater
he's
is open to coming back.
Yes.
Or he has a say in where he gets traded.
Yeah, they were like, you can go explore trade routes if you want. Like, we have no issue with that. So, you know what? Shout out to Sam Darnold for actually going to, like, if he sucks here, then yeah, Sam sucks, because he's now the offensive line of Carolina isn't great. So that's still a question mark. If they bolster it in the draft or free agency, then that's great. But you now have Robbie Anderson again, Christian McCaffrey, and who's their other receiver? Oh, Curtis Samuel.
He froze. But
Okay,
DJ Moore, Christian McCaffrey,
DJ Moore, yeah.
like Robbie Anderson.
Yeah.
And with the 6th pick, I hope they keep the pick, and I hope they draft Kyle Pitts. I really do. I hope they draft Kyle Pitts with the 6th pick. I honestly, out of any quarterback in the NFL, I want Sam Darnold to succeed more than anybody.
I mean, the dude.
Even Carson Wentz.
I love
him. Carson Wentz was given a good opportunity. No matter what, at the end of the day, he is a Super Bowl champion. Whether it's a asterisk beside him as a starter because he was hurt, doesn't matter. He was on a Super Bowl winning team, and he went to the playoffs 3 out of the 5 years. Sam Darnold's never had that opportunity. Not even close to that opportunity. Nowhere near it. So I would 100%. I want Sam Darnold to like put up MVP caliber numbers next year. Like I want him to go nuts.
I forgot to send you a message, Cade. Right when that trade happened, I said it'd be a good time to switch fandoms, go all Carolina.
I know. I should have did it beforehand, so that I would have been on the boat.
By the way, okay, so this does open up one thing, though, is because a lot of people thought Deshaun was going to go to Carolina. Do we still think Deshaun's moving, or is he staying right there, or is he going to be in an orange uniform?
Deshaun Watson is not playing this season.
There's a good chance that he's going to be behind bars. I mean, God,
it's all allegedly right now.
God knows what's going to happen, though.
It is. There is no physical evidence yet. There's only accusations. That's it.
Well, the first
team in their right mind is going to lay out the entire boat for a player like him with the baggage he's got going on right now.
Yeah, but
you know what? Houston really fumbled the bag here because they should have traded him when they asked, and now they're stuck with a quarterback that's going to be a convicted felon.
I still think this is a hit piece.
And now they're screwed even more. Like they're stuck with a quarterback that can't play football.
But at the same time,
so are the Falcons and Michael Vick, but he came back, so
at the same time, okay, is Deshaun Watson's value gone down so much that the Houston Texans almost have to take something for it now? Like they literally have to take something for that huge contract they signed him for, or they're going to lose him to jail. Like it's either you now either gain draft picks or lose them to jail. Like at this point, like honestly, like it's almost like a team's going to swoop in now because they're going to get him as low as value. They're going to get him at right now. You could probably trade it for Deshaun Watson like 2 first-round picks because like if he goes to jail and say like let's just throw a team out there, Denver. We'll just say Denver. Yeah. Denver was a trade for him, and say he gets convicted and has to go to jail for 2 years. I think Denver would gladly trade 2 years of first-round picks for Deshaun Watson to sit in a cell for 2 years and then have him for the remaining time after. I'm dead serious. I honestly, he'll be 26.
I don't think there's a team out there that does that though. Takes a risk right now.
The thing is, the Broncos technically could keep Drew Lock. He's on his 3rd year. Next year's 4. Pick up a 5th-year option. Get Deshaun Watson back.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm just saying, if it was to go south like that, but obviously.
Again, it's all allegedly, and I still think it's a hit piece. The first girl that did the whole thing that came out against him today came out and said, like, no, she wanted $100,000 in hush money, and she would have made all this go away, but we didn't want to pay her, so because we know that it's not true.
Yeah, right.
I find it time to guys like that. It really does.
Yeah, I find it.
There's a staggering number of them. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not.
Hey, people believe Donald Trump, and he had 26 accuse him, so.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and say that that's not true. I'm not going to say that same energy. But what I will say is he is innocent until proven guilty.
Correct.
No matter what, he is innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah. So no more jokes about Big Ben. Okay.
Yo. kind of did it though.
No, he didn't. And nothing happened from it.
No, Ray Lewis killed a guy.
So did Dante Stallworth.
Yeah, but he actually got convicted for that. Like that was legit.
Because Dante Stallworth, third string receiver, or Ray Lewis, franchise linebacker.
Yeah.
Plexico Burress shot himself in the leg and went to jail.
Yeah, he went to jail.
That's just plain stupidity.
Yeah,
at the peak of his game. He was at the peak of his game too.
Yes.
Super Bowl winning Plexico Burress.
That's just a feels bad.
And then he came back and won another one though. He came back and won another one.
No, Michael Vick, and
and
Ricky
turn
Williams
it
had they had a trifecta of just like the longest yard team would have been an absolute nightmare.
Oh my god!
I saw there was a picture of.
Oh yeah, they put it in there.
Deshawn Watson in the mean with the mean machine uniform on.
I don't even think Deshaun Watson plays football this year. No.
Could you imagine the breed options that
he will.
Nelly and Deshaun Watson could have out of that backfield? Unbelievable breed
Can you
options.
imagine
Throwing to Michael Irvin and Plexico Burress.
That'd be nasty.
the amount of heckling that's going to be going on in these Texan games if he actually does play football?
I think the Houston fans are worth it. Have you seen Astros games? They just threw an inflatable trash can onto the field.
I saw that.
I'm telling you right now, personally, I think
That's tough.
that Deshaun Watson will get put on the commissioner's exempt list of not being able to play. And
while all this is going on, he's not.
While all this is going on, and that'll be it. He won't be allowed to get traded, released, anything. No, AB wasn't on the exempt list. AB literally was banned from the NFL. He literally was not allowed to sign to a team until he just agreed on a suspension. That's
sure?
Yes, he was not allowed to sign with the
Josh
team.
Gordon has been on the exemption or on the exemption list 100 times because of weed.
Yes, right.
But it's just that one's an interesting story just because it's still developing. So I don't want to take too many deep dives at it. Like Evan is over here already putting the man in an orange uniform. But
I never said that.
You said he's going to be in jail. You just said that.
You said he's going to be in jail.
I said he could
we
be
can
in
literally clip it. We'll literally clip it.
I was going to say I can run it back. You said he's going to be in jail.
He will be in jail. He will not play football this year.
Flip it. And now they're stuck with a quarterback that's going to be a convicted felon. Please do.
Okay, I can't. I have the technology to do that.
We can clip it. We'll go back and clip it.
All right, boys, take it away. It's golf week. It's big golf week.
Sir.
Also, Cade, cover your man. He got his first win in 3.5 years.
Wait. Before,
all right, what do you want?
We move on.
What is
before we move on,
yes.
I just wanted to take a moment to honor the greatest man alive. There's never been someone that's meant more to me outside of my family than Roy Williams. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, when he retired, when he announced his retirement, first off, I was
really funny.
I was in utter shock that it even happened. It was on April Fool's Day. So I'm like, okay, haha, yeah. And then 10 minutes later, the university came out and said Roy Williams is retiring. And I'm like, okay, this isn't a joke. And I shed tears because since I was 8 years old, I've known one thing about being a fan of basketball, and it was Roy Williams. Players come and go, championships are. You lose on buzzer beaters. You really out of the tournament. No matter what, I woke up the next day thinking, we are okay. I have Roy Williams as my head coach.
I've met him.
So people try to compare it to other situations. I know one of our buddies said, I lost Urban Meyer. I'm like, okay, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. You didn't lose Urban Meyer. He quit on you. Okay, he literally quit on you.
I was going to say, Urban Meyer left you.
Right, and he came in 2012 and was there for 6 years and left. I mean, you really didn't. Roy Williams been there for 18 years. Roy Williams is North Carolina. There's nobody that you can say is a team.
He's been there for way more than 18 years, hasn't he? He's 29 in the first round.
Evan.
As a head coach.
Evan.
Oh.
He was at Kansas for the other 15.
Oh.
Yeah. So, anyways, I just have to take a moment and just honor the dude that not only just won championships, but he's just one of the greatest humans alive. The guy literally donated $3 million to student athletes at Carolina who were affected by COVID, who lost their scholarships because of the renewing of eligibility because they're not losing a year. He donated $3 million to the UNC students. The guy is just world class. I will forever miss him and his shoe game and his plaid suits. The dude was the best. he's my GOAT. I mean, I understand, people can say whatever they want, but he's my GOAT. And Hubert Davis was hired yesterday, and I hope the best. And it's a new era in Carolina basketball, but I just had to bring that up. That dude, if there's anybody I want to be my dad, I want Roy Williams to be my dad.
Well, the best part about what happened with Roy Williams, too, is he went on his own terms. He, in the press conference, we watched the whole thing, that he pretty much said, he's like, I looked in the mirror and realized that I'm not the man for the job anymore. This is the way that basketball is being played, the way basketball being played, and how how everything's working with the transfer portal, all this kind of stuff. He's like, this isn't my scene anymore. So it's time to get someone else in here that is going to do a better job than me, and that's noble. I mean, it is. You're not stretching your out thin. Walking up and down the court. Hitting people with cars and stuff, and things like that. It's at that point in his life that he's like, it's time to hang her up. And I'm happy. Hey, and he had a hell of a week last week. They told him to give him 24 hours. He took 48 and played Augusta twice right before Masters. So he's got plenty of that going on the rest of the year. You're going to see him every single game on the side, not in the sidelines, but in the stands. He's going to go to everyone. He's not going to miss it. He's not going to miss it. But it'll be a weird thing for UNC basketball to have Hubert Davis as the coach. But hey, first African American UNC head coach, so it's a big step in the right direction as well. So that
is pretty cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's good. Moving on.
Well, it's cool. Their coach.
Hey, whoa! It's never happened. Never happened.
Coach Case, but the coach for almost the whole entirety of the program.
Did it happen?
No, yeah.
Okay, moving on. Shout out Roy, though.
Pour one out.
Sharing a glass of water.
It's a glass of water.
Okay. Cade, you might as well keep on your run. You want to talk about Jordan Spieth?
Oh, dude, listen, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was really, after this weekend, I was laying in my bed last night, and I actually thought to myself, did one of my favorite people on earth have to, die for one to be risen? Was it a sacrificial?
Yeah, it was Easter, dog.
Yeah, no, no, but did it have to be a sacrificial thing for one sports team to dive to another one to come up? And
it was Easter, dog.
I know, but
that's a pretty big God complex you got going on right now.
No, literally, UNC had to die for Jordan Spieth to burn.
No correlation whatsoever.
No correlation whatsoever.
Yeah.
But Jordan Spieth won this weekend. It's his first win in 1,370 some days or some shit like that.
Let's just go 3.5 years.
Doesn't matter.
Goddamn toddler. It's a goddamn toddler.
It is a toddler. It doesn't matter. He won. All right. And he played a very weak field.
Yeah, there were some. There's some players in that.
Shot 18 under. He won. Yeah. He won by 2 shots. He won. No debate. Coming into this week, he's probably now the favorite coming into this week. I
think it's Bryson still.
It's DeChambeau.
And
then DJ.
Right. But I'm saying he's the favorite. I'm saying experts are picking him over the other two. He's coming in better form. He's obviously he won. He plays better than both of those two here throughout their careers. That's a great week to be Jordan Spieth.
Spieth or DJ?
First win as a husband.
DJ's pretty consistent.
He has a better track record at Augusta than DJ. He took second.
No matter how bad
in his first
Spieth was he's always at least been
literally in 2018, when he was on his losing streak, right? He shot 61 on the last day. 62 on the last day and finished tied second. He one shot back from Patrick Reed. He
Why couldn't he was at.
No, he was behind. Yeah. He was behind, but he was third because Ricky was solo second.
Doesn't matter. The dude has more top 5 finishes.
Is Ricky going to get in? No. Okay.
Unless the only way it could happen is
the field set
tomorrow. No. Tomorrow could still happen.
I was going to say I saw one too.
Set the field. Yeah, just set the field because what's his face just backed out again too. Who was it? Someone backed out and
Angel Cabrera.
Yeah, Angel Cabrera. He had to because
he's arrested in Brazilian prison.
Federal prison in Brazil.
Yeah. He's been there for a year, by the way.
He was still hoping to play in it. He didn't tell them until Sunday that he wasn't playing. So they had him in the books.
You gotta give it a shot, right?
He quite literally was at plus 500,000 odds to win. like plus 50,000 or something like that. It's crazy.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I almost did. Jimmy Walker was plus 25,000.
Jimmy Walker right now is plus 90,000.
Yeah, there you are.
You win. Straight up win.
$1 to win 900.
Yeah,
$1 to win 900.
I spent $1 on a lot of stupider things, and that's.
Yeah, I was gonna say I spent $1 on a lot of dumb shit.
When you're talking about a major champion already, I mean.
All right. So
like,
yeah, I mean, shout out Jordan Spieth. He won the Valero. Probably carries it into this week. I think Spieth shows out. Do we want to talk about the big one? Do you guys want to talk about the big one?
Yeah, I talked enough. You guys can talk.
As in the big one, as in the Masters?
No, the Pro Am. Yeah, the Masters.
So I'm gonna say, because I had a fire tweet last night and I couldn't tweet it out from the account because it's kind of a little bit racy, but I'm gonna say it on the podcast because I don't give a shit. This week with them canceling the par 3 contest is one of my favorite things to watch from the Bearing Masters week because it's so much fun to see these guys like having fun with their wives, their kids. You see hole-in-ones left and right. You got Arnie. Not Arnie. You got Gary.
By the way.
Arnie even.
Jack, yeah. Well, he's there in spirit, Evan. Jack.
Everything for him.
Gary, all these guys in there
I'll do it
playing
all
in
for him.
And they canceled it because of COVID reasons and stuff like that, which I get. But the Masters without the par 3 contest is like sex. Without
You changed that up, and I hate you
having
for
fun, but
it. You
know,
changed
still
that
not
up,
the
and I
same.
hate you for it.
it's not the same. It's not the
It's not.
same.
It wasn't.
not
That
the
was
same.
not the word you used in the text.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
You said sex without foreplay.
Foreplay or okay, sorry.
Way
Foreplay.
different. Way different.
I mean, what is foreplay? I mean,
It's
we're
a
not
more
that type of
elegant way of
podcast.
saying it.
We're not that type of podcast, but what
Unless
is
you're
foreplay?
following that word with a Roberts, I don't want to hear it. Doesn't
But
belong
either way.
here.
Either way.
Or Oral
That's-
B.
I am
toothpaste,
so
yeah.
set tomorrow that I'm not sitting my chunky behind down while working on my computer watching these old bastards hit a golf ball on these short par 3s.
Yeah,
It sucks. It does.
Yeah.
That's the worst part about this week so far for me is that the field is kind of softer this year, but the Masters not having the par 3 contest is super weird.
dude, the field's not that much more soft, Cal. Just
Yeah,
'cause
what's
Ricky's not
soft?
playing. And
What's
I'm
soft
looking
about
at
it?
it
There's
right
no
now.
Tiger. That's really about it.
Yeah, like you
No,
just
there's a
he's not
handful.
playing.
Like there's
Who's not playing?
you got Tiger, you got like Ricky, you got
Well,
Charlie
it's
Hoffman.
different.
Charlie Hoffman, who's in it every year. You got guys. There's this.
Yeah,
you
but
look
like,
down the list.
Ricky not qualifying doesn't make it softer. He just didn't deserve to play in the
I mean,
Masters.
it's another one less world class player not playing.
Ricky Fowler's not a world class player today.
He's top 100 still. Like how is he not?
Yeah, but
world-class?
he's free falling.
If you're talking about the world golf rankings and you're in the top 100, you're a world class player.
If you're not qualifying for the Masters, then you're not world class.
Is Kisner playing in it? Because if not, I agree with Cal. It's a soft field.
I don't know. I didn't see.
Yes, he
it.
is. Kessler
Yeah,
is.
he's playing,
Yes,
I
he is.
think.
He's playing.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Never
Yeah.
mind, Cal. You're
He's
wrong.
plus 19. He's plus 19,000.
Let's go.
$1 to win 190, Ty. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Go
that's
down
not a
there.
bad bet. That's not a bad bet.
$10.
I was just looking down through the list of players, and I just didn't. It wasn't like one of those where I got super excited.
I don't know. I'm looking at the first 40 names, and the first 40 names
Well,
are
Koepka was supposed to
are
be
guys
out,
who be-
and I give you that, but he's playing now.
Kepka's
Yeah,
solid.
is Koepka full strength?
no. But if you're looking at the first 40 names, like Matt Kuchar finished literally third in the Dell match play 2 weeks ago. Louis O is obviously always great. Sergio's won here. Adam Scott. That's all like in the 30 to 40 names. Like the Masters is always the weakest field of all major championships. Like that's not a debate by any means because you got freaking Larry Mize still out there playing. You know what I mean? It's almost disrespectful to have
Freddie
Larry
Couples.
Mize playing out there. Yeah, Freddie Couples when you could have like even Ricky Fowler still playing in it, just as an example, or Charlie Hoffman. But I mean, what are you gonna do? I don't think it's that nearly as weak as what Cal thinks it is, but I'm excited. I think it's gonna be a really good tournament. I think I don't think a blue collar. I don't think a white collar will win. I really don't.
I think a handful of players are playing really good right now. JT, DJ,
DJ's not playing well right now.
Yeah, DJ hasn't been playing well in the last couple months, but
Okay, but he's returning. He's the defending champion, so
yeah,
Gotta throw him in there.
he's gonna play well. He's gonna play well.
He won it 6 months ago.
Right.
Who else? Who won the match play last week? I'm tripping.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
I know. I just saw his name. Billy Horschel.
Billy Horschel.
Was it?
Playing well.
Okay.
And a handful of other players that I'm just forgetting. I think that, so, the Masters is always fun to watch.
Oh, no.
So it's just another year for honest. I always get excited for this.
I'm 100% on that train. But it just even guys like Rory, who is usually a favorite coming into this week, even though it's the Masters.
He's struggling.
He has been struggling. DJ hasn't played golf that much at all since he won the Masters, honestly. It's just stuff like that. It's just it's not the people, the players that are I say like the field is softer. It's just that the top tier players, there's only like a handful of them that are playing well. And the main one is JT. JT's playing well. Obviously, one of the players. Arguably the biggest tournament, one of the biggest tournaments of the year, which is huge. Rahm might freaking leave halfway through the tournament.
Why?
No, his baby was born.
His baby was already born.
Yeah.
Okay.
On Monday,
Okay.
we're all good.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Rahm's not going anywhere. But if
Rahm
wins, he's not going to shut up about his perspective change and how the kid is now the glowing star.
Now
in his life.
knowing that, there's a good chance that guy freaking wins it. I
was going to say Rahm might win now.
Listen.
What's the
the
storyline of that?
The last person to win the Masters when the baby was born in the same week, Danny Willett. Only a couple years ago.
God.
Only a couple years ago.
That Masters.
Only a couple. Hey, I'm just saying a good little betting nugget. I'm just saying something to think about.
Can't forget about
I'm literally putting $10 on Rahm right now.
players like Xander and Colin Morikawa are out there too. So
well, listen.
Yeah,
let's not. Listen.
I know. Had a conversation about Colin Morikawa. Like if he will perform well here, because his iron play is going to carry him around, but you have to putt well to win.
Yeah,
here.
he's gonna
have to be.
You know what Colin Morikawa is gonna do, because he's good enough iron player and a good enough like overall player. He will make the cut and he will finish like 15th. Because unless he gets the putter hot, then you'll see him in the top 5.
Obviously, we know from time and experience that winning at Augusta, you don't have to overpower the golf course. You don't have to overpower it.
No, you play what it gives you.
As Bryson's trying to swing at 200 on the range.
If you go out and shoot a 68 all 4 rounds, you win the tournament. You're winning.
You have a very good chance.
Yeah,
I mean, what,
16 under. Yeah.
What? Yeah, I was gonna say
like
DJ was
even
20 last year, so yeah.
Even like if
and it was softer last year too.
69 all 4 rounds, you're going to be right there. You're going to be there. 12 under par, 13 under par usually wins it majority of the years, right around that number. I always say 13 is the number to get to during this week. Obviously, depending on weather and everything.
Of course, it's tougher right now than it is in the fall for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's drier. It dries out.
It's drier, more firm.
Yep.
Greens the greens are probably faster. I don't know if the greens are faster or not, to be honest. I think Augusta probably keeps them.
They want them.
They're definitely, they can do that really at the snap of a finger with how the course is set up and stuff. But
it is a super weird thing. I don't
definitely firmer.
I mean, I'm super excited that it's this week and everything, but it doesn't not almost like the Masters because it just happened.
It doesn't. This doesn't feel right.
It feels really super weird.
We'll get back to it, boys. Just give it a year from now.
Oh, I know. I'm gonna hate it because I gotta wait a year. This is the most bittersweet year of the week of the year because it's.
I'm glad that they're fans.
Gone. Oh, I was gonna say that, dude. Like the fans there.
My God, the fans. All last year I'm watching these tournaments and I just lose interest. Sometimes unless it's big tournaments like the Masters of the U.S. Open, because the fans are what really make a viewing experience, in my opinion. I like a lot of the roars. I like obviously Tiger's not out there and probably won't be for a very long time. But
one shot through the trees over their heads.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I like hearing mashed potatoes and light the candle and all that stuff. So it just makes it for me, and it makes it more interesting when we don't have to hear the players saying slurs and stuff. And shout out JT, but I'm excited to see the fans and the claps and the roars and stuff.
Like when I first started out at the beginning of the year when Jordan Spieth started his run, and at the Waste Management when he's pointing at the dude that broke the chair.
That was awesome, man. That was a cool.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, makes me excited to watch.
Yeah, I mean, and
He made the putt
fun
too.
stuff. Just imagine the shot that Bubba Watson hit out of the pine straw, the 40-yard hook that he hit with a 52-degree wedge.
You got it.
I'm gonna guess that Bubba.
Without fans around there.
Yeah.
Awful.
Look at that.
It'd been awful.
It'd be like,
Bubba has hooked a wedge that I mean, that's not the first time he's hit that shot.
No.
And I feel like he would have just walked up to the green, great shot, whatever, maybe fist pound his caddy, but with fans, everyone went nuts.
Yeah, it was crazy.
The greatest shot I've ever seen in my life.
By far.
By far the greatest
It's
shot.
up there. It's up there.
See,
Absolutely.
I gotta be
Top
honest
five,
here. I gotta be honest here,
for
boys.
sure.
I'm kind of on the other end. Like, yeah, fans are cool and everything, but they haven't ruined golf for me. I enjoy hearing the banter. I enjoy the caddy talk.
Yeah,
Like,
I do too.
I
And you
enjoy
can still
all
hear
of
that though. You can still hear that.
No, yeah, but like.
But I'm talking walking up the fairway from the tee box,
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah, see, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I will say this. I
I'll
will say this.
sacrifice that.
If I could do this, if there was only fans on Sunday,
What's your link?
I was gonna,
Oh,
but no, that's like
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
there
said
you go.
OnlyFans.
You got it.
If there was fans on Sunday,
Ding.
I would be extremely happy because then I would be able to get all of that, like the Friday guys who are missing the cut but just trying to get into 18. Like you could hear that conversation. I love they really only do the caddy player conversations for guys who are in contention on Sunday. Like that's really it.
Or
Like,
guys that'd be interesting with.
right, or interesting with. Yeah, you don't hear Patrick Reed and his caddy on Thursday morning talking over their shot when there was fans there. He just didn't do it as much. It's like I'm just glad we get to watch the Masters and not have to hear, man, I wish the patrons were here.
Yeah.
From Jim Nantz every 10 seconds. So that's what I'm actually excited.
Hey, watch
ref-
your tongue on
ref-
Jim Nantz. The absolute goat.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Is the
I heard it. They literally said it 50,000 times.
And they
Live-
referred to a
60,000
pandemic and how things have just completely different.
That's still gonna be said. Like that's not
Right.
gonna be not be said. However, I will say, last October or November when they played the Masters, it was really cool to see no one there. Like how the golf course.
Yeah. Yeah, I loved it.
That's the other thing. Like,
That was
obviously,
cool.
waste
It was cool to
management,
see
like,
what
the
it looked
waste
like in
management,
November.
you
That's what I'm
absolutely
saying.
need fans. Like, I think there are certain ones that obviously benefit from having fans, but
Mhm.
then, like, I'm sorry, but Augusta with no fans, I really did enjoy.
It was cool.
I loved that.
Yeah, it was very cool.
Yeah, I liked it.
Plus, like,
One
there were
time,
no, like,
one
there
time.
were no goat trails, like, of
I
just
like one time,
beat down
yeah.
dead grass and everything that you saw. Like, it was just nice. Like, other than the couple of carts, like, sitting around, like, to me, I enjoyed it, but I do understand, like, fans are an important part of the game. I do enjoy hearing the roars of the crowds and the Baba Booies and Tiger! I get that.
Yeah.
But,
Like
They
the
said
candle.
they had
Yeah.
the women. They had the women's amateur Augusta Invitational this past.
yeah.
The best manicured weeks they've had in like the past 10 years or something like that. So the golf course.
Yeah, you know want to know why? I saw that. You want to know why? They never let the course die.
Yeah,
They didn't
it's
kill
really
it.
on point.
Yeah, they didn't kill it. For the first time in Augusta's history, they didn't kill it. They literally let it go. They said, "Hey, we're gonna let it go."
A little
and
light
then-
bulb moment there down in Augusta. Don't kill your course, you dumb.
No, they're gonna do it next week though. They're gonna do
Yeah.
it next week. Doesn't mean they're not gonna do it. They just didn't do it this
They take
time.
the flowers
Why-
out. They take
why?
the flowers out
Why?
and just kill this on. This literally, I kid you not.
They do it
playing
because
Augusta
it grows
is-
back better. It grows back better when you kill it.
Playing Augusta is
Think?
obviously a
Is that
dream
fact?
of all of ours.
And then why do they do it, Ev? I mean, they're the best at doing it. Why would they?
What are we
One-
talking about?
I
What are
mean-
we talking about?
Killing the course, like maybe they do it to save their budget. Like they don't have they don't have many
do it to save
play.
their budget. They don't, Evan.
It
You
fertilizes
think
the
Augusta
ground.
National-
The decaying
Do you wanna know
material
how much-
fertilizes
how-
the
do
ground.
Do you think Augusta National has a budget?
Well, probably not, but I'm just saying
Budget?
there's definitely a lot of upkeep.
Do you
have
think
to
they
keep-
wake up in the morning and say, "Man, we need to make our freaking green for the year, baby, or we're gonna be in the
mean-
red"? No, they don't care. They
I
don't
know.
care. It
I
doesn't
understand,
matter.
Kate, but it does take a lot of manicuring to keep that course in that shape.
Yeah, I will say though, obviously out of
It does.
I
That's
know, I
not
know.
disputed. Like
all
that's
four
fact.
of us and any person who plays golf and loves the game of golf, their ultimate dream is to play Augusta National. Obviously,
No,
But
I would
I'm
gladly
telling you
play
now-
there and shoot 125.
I'm telling you, right, you wouldn't.
I don't.
You wouldn't.
It's not that hard.
It's
No. I'm saying to play it right now. Like if I was teleported there right now, I would gladly shoot 125.
I'd play in the dark. I'd go out there and play in the dark and be happy.
But
happy I'd go out there and play in the dark. I know where I'm going. It's not like it's hard.
But it's by far
times.
the worst. It's one of the worst golf courses to be an actual member at because of that fact. Is that literally the golf course looks like this for literally 3 weeks out of the year, and then that's it. Done. Over with.
I'm pretty sure members only have access for like 3 months.
Yeah.
So the course just sits there for 3 months for the other, 5 months out of the year.
Yeah. No, it is. That's obviously hard. It's a dream, but I'm excited to see. They were bragging about how great it's going to look, and I'm excited to see that. Sit and work.
I'm just pumped the Masters
next,
are here, man.
Next 3 days, and
I agree. I'm really excited. The best part about it is like we all do it, but like when we were in college, like we literally had like 8 TVs set up.
Oh my god, it was so good.
Watching AMAG Corner,
skipping school, who gives a shit about sports management?
No, not
especially
even
now.
We were doing featured groups. We were doing 4, 5, 6. We were doing AMAG Corner.
15, every single possibility. We made it.
Our room smelled like absolute butt cheeks.
Oh,
beer everywhere, Mountain Dew everywhere.
Like even like this weekend, like because it's something we do every year. Like Evan's driving up to Erie to hang out with us for the weekend and watch the tournament. Like that's just what we do. This is my favorite week in sports. I mean, the college basketball ends right into the Masters, and then then you're dick and balls right into golf for the rest of the year. Like it's.
Say it again, Dad.
No, but yeah, I don't know. Did you guys look at any like props or anything like that so far? I mean, this is almost better prop betting than the Super Bowl, in my opinion.
I will throw a stat out there. I already told Cade. Xander Schauffele, top 10. I'm sorry, I'm going way off topic, and this is going to be my betting segment.
Do we just want to move into the betting segment? I mean, I don't know how much more we can say about Augusta and the Masters. Yeah. I mean, you guys have anything else?
Did you have anything? Did you have anything more?
No, I mean, for the most part, I'm super excited to see how Jordan comes into it this week. And hey, fingers crossed that Rory actually gets the Grand Slam. I mean, this is always that conversation around this year. I mean, around this time of year.
It needs to happen. It needs to happen.
It does. We need to have someone. We've had that debate before of who's going to get it next and who has the best chance. But like right now, like this would be the time I feel like that Rory could get it done for the mere fact is he's playing like absolute dog crap. He is flying under the radar.
Yeah.
No one even that he could just sneak his little way in and get that win. But I guarantee what's going to happen to Rory is he's going to shoot 75 on Thursday. He's going to shoot 68 on Friday, make the cut, and get a backdoor 10 on the weekend. And there he is again. But because he does finish okay, he does finish well at Augusta and at the Masters. He hasn't won, obviously, but he has a lot of top 5s and 10s here.
No, he does. He has a lot of top 10s. A lot. So famous for backdoor top 10s.
I'd love for him to sneak in the Grand Slam this week under the radar. Because everyone's talking about Bryson, everyone's talking about JT, they're talking about Jordan. Be great for Rory to slide in.
I would rather actively watch paint dry than hear about Bryson's distance off the tee again.
Yeah, we're all on that train.
Yeah.
My God, how many times it's like the expression beating with a dead horse, whatever it's
beating a dead horse.
The horse is dead. Another one has been born. It had grandkids, and we're still beating that horse. That's just how long we've been talking about it.
But do you see how fast he swings the club and how hard he does, and the ball goes wee?
Evan, he swings fast. He's so good.
He must be good. And then, I understand I'm pretty sure he's a top 10 player in the world in the world golf rankings. I don't know what spot. He's 5. Okay. Yeah, and some dude came at Cade, and I read it just now about, Bryson's in the top 5 must be really nice, and distance is helping. But he was also, when he won a bunch of those tournaments, he was also the best putter on tour as well, or one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
Bryson's
you know,
putter gets hot. He's
Strokes
actually
gained
an
putting
animal.
is in the 60s, 70s, maybe 80s now. Last time I checked was like 3 events ago. So, you know, I'll be first to say when I hopped on the Bryson train for his putting only, I got the arm lock putter or whatever.
Where's that at now?
It's in my closet. You know, I'm not gonna lie. Gonna trade it in, that's for sure. Maybe grab me a couple pair of shorts. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, yeah, it's not it. People, the casuals, will say, "Oh, it's because Bryson hits it at 400 yards, even though he doesn't."
I have to say, even though he doesn't.
Yeah, that's why he's winning all these tournaments, and then they go out and they're little Saturday, Sunday warriors, which unfortunately we are now. But
Welcome
you know,
to
they go out and
older.
they try to break their back and hit it, you know, maybe 250 once, and that's not the reason, bud. You're shooting, you know, 112.
Yeah.
So.
But that's all. I just want to touch base on Rory.
I really got off topic there, didn't I? Jesus.
No,
it's
not really.
okay.
We were just asking for a roundup. But
No,
no, Cal,
that
I
was-
agree with
I-
you.
No,
Like,
listen,
it went from a roundup to like completely bashing
listen.
the Weekend Warrior.
You're talking about arguably the biggest name in golf right now. So no matter what, it's relative.
He's
to
the
the
man of the
Masters.
moment.
He
Yeah,
really
man
is
of the
because
And that's all he is.
I mean, look, whether you
US
like
champ, US Open champ, respect.
look,
But-
regardless of how you feel about the man, he has positioned himself to be in that spot to be talked about at this level because he puts out all those dumbass documentaries. He puts out all those videos of him tweaking his back and doing all this
I
to
had
get
to
just
learn how to
3
breathe.
extra club head speed.
No, I had to relearn how to breathe to play Augusta National.
It is so.
Could you imagine? Can you imagine an
asinine.
athlete showing up to any event, anywhere, whatever sport it may be, look at somebody in the face and say, "I had to relearn how to breathe, and now I'm ready to win."
The Sixers.
I honestly
hey,
think
Cade,
it's okay.
Cade,
Maybe in his
Cade.
defense, he might have been asked that question. I don't think he just comes out and says that shit.
No, you
No,
know,
he
Unless-
probably say
unless-
something like that.
No, he
And I
promotes
mean,
the
like,
shit out of that, bro.
Unless that's
You-
crazy, like that.
you know
that's
he
just a
promotes
new
the
level
shit out of
cringe.
that.
Like,
I
that's
know-
cringier than any,
I know the whole
YouTuber,
Denver-
any Paul brother out there. That's cringe, bro.
I know the whole
Like,
Denver Broncos like stadium, Maha
No,
Stadium.
I'm talking about the 76ers last year. This is last season, before COVID. The Sixers came out here and got blown out by Denver. And I think it was the GM came out and said, like, all of Denver's teams need removed because it's an unfair advantage because of the oxygen level and all this and that. And it was like, but Utah's
brother.
at an even higher elevation. So how does that make any sense?
No,
the
I've said
dumbest
that.
statement
I've
I've
said
ever
that
heard
for
about.
years about the Broncos. Though I'm like, they have a 12th man. They have literally.
No, they have an
12th man.
actual 12th man.
Yeah,
They do.
yeah. I mean, I completely get that, but you know what you
it's sad
do?
they still
You
suck.
freaking adapt and you play the game.
Don't be a bitch.
Shut up.
It's real simple.
Yeah,
Don't be a
shut
bitch.
up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Come on, Ryan Clark.
Yeah. Well, he actually had a medical condition.
Yeah, I was going to say he had like sickle cell anemia or something.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. I'm just kidding, bro.
I don't even know why I'm laughing, but
For that last part there, I just wanted to touch base on Rory. You kind of have to just for that's always a headline.
No, it is. I would love to see Rory win.
Yeah.
Just for
Well,
the
for the
sheer
most
fact
part.
that I think Rory is one of those. I mean, regardless to a casual fan, Rory is still one of the biggest names in golf, even if he's
Yeah,
not winning. Most people
I
know
love
Rory
Rory.
McIlroy.
I love
Rory.
I
do
love
too.
Rory.
I love to pick on Rory because of Evan, but that's about it.
I only pick on Evan because of Evan.
Oh, and also, if we're talking distance and just an actual good swing, I'm taking Rory over Bryson every day.
Any
Oh my
idiot.
God.
100%.
I knew you guys would all be on. I knew you guys would all be on
I'll
that train.
even take today's version of Rory over Bryson.
Rory has, if not the best swing of all time.
He has the
2000 Tiger Woods is it. That's the only thing I put above him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tiger
That's
Woods.
it.
And then,
He's the only one to technically hit a perfect golf ball.
Yeah.
that's what I was just about to say on TrackMan.
Yeah, he
The
did.
perfect launch angle for a driver is 17 degrees up or 17 degrees and 1700 RPM, and he did that.
Mm-hmm.
The most optimal launch angle in numbers you can't have in
For
golf.
ball to go far.
McIlroy did it.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah,
Tiger,
Again,
Tiger,
I wasn't
Tiger
asking
probably
for a
wouldn't have
tangent.
done
I was
that,
just
but-
saying that because I knew all of you guys would agree with me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah,
Anyway,
of course I'm putting Tiger Woods in
Money,
there,
losing, or winning. Let's talk about it.
yes, that one. Really quick, there is another odds boost. Shout out to FanDuel because this guy won his odds boost last week.
Can we
Jordan
get
Spieth,
sponsored
top
already?
5.
Like, we're not really asking much.
Yeah, no. Hey, Jordan Spieth top 5 ended up winning it. I got plus 280. I'm a happy man. This week, though, the odds boost is any of these people, Dustin Johnson, Jordan Spieth, or Bryson DeChambeau to shoot under a 68 in the first round is plus 100. It's even money.
That's tough. That's tough, actually.
I'll ride with it. I just won $28 off of a super boost last week. I'll ride with it.
Is that one of your bets for the week?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, because we originally were talking, are there any fun prop bets? And this was my one that I saw.
If we're going to talk, go ahead, Ev.
So it's not really it's a prop bet. I mean, it's a top 10 finish. Fun fact, out of the 14 majors that Xander Schauffele has played, he has been in the top 10, 7 of them, which equates to 50%. Right?
How many times have you been in the top 10 at Augusta, though?
Phenomenal math.
2018, he finished 50th. 2019, T second, and then T 17th last November.
So one
top 10, one top 10 out of 3, correct? But I'm saying majors in general.
But this course is unlike any other.
Understand? Let me get to my point. So 50%, right? A pick 'em when you're picking things on FanDuel, usually minus 110 each, right? Xander Schauffele plus 190 right now for a top 10 finish.
Pretty good.
I have a fun one for you, Ty, that you would like. I have actually
It'll be one of my bets for sure.
On Barstool Sportsbook, they have Kevin Kisner to finish top 20 in the Masters, plus boosted to plus 520.
Sign me up,
bro.
Finish top 20.
He makes a cut. He makes a cut. He's top 40.
Yeah,
like literally at Augusta, if you make the cut, it's like top 40.
So I'm putting money on Kiz regardless, bud.
Oh my god, that's a good one.
That's a good one. And then this one's a long one. So this is Big Cats Can't Lose parlay. So always fun. Always fun. Tony Finau, Max Homa, and Jordan Spieth all to make the cut, and John Rahm and Dustin Johnson both to finish top 20, boosted to plus 500.
That's it.
That's
what?
That's bro. Get out. Get out.
It was $290.
Don't put $1 in that.
It was $290.
That's robbery.
That's a lot of shit to happen for plus 500.
That's one bad hole. None of that happened.
That's a sucker bet. Do not bet money on that.
No, but I love the Kiz one.
Yeah, the Kiz one's good.
No, I just looked up Kiz on FanDuel top 20s plus 340. So yeah, that's actually
$10 on.
All right, I'm gonna give you guys my favorite prop bet. My favorite prop.
I have 11 Masters bets going right now.
Jesus Christ!
Dude, I'm telling you, this is better than Super Bowl for prop bets.
11 count.
A lot of them are winners, like who is going to win. So I put 5. And I just got $100 bonus from.
Did you do a matchup? Did you do a matchup on the first day, like a bunch of those?
Well, yeah, I have one of those for my bet tonight.
So regardless, I'm putting money on Colin just because he did win me my plus. He was plus 3,300 to win the one major that he did win, and I put $10 on that, and I was very happy, boy.
So that's a lot of bucks.
Are we doing what we said in the text message? Are we picking a winner?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's one of our bets.
Yes. Okay. So
we're all going to go 0-4 probably.
At a bare minimum, we're probably going 0-4.
Okay. So my prop bet of the week, just looking into the days, I'm taking Patrick Reed first round leader plus 3,700. Patrick's last 3 years, including the year that he
Is
won.
this a real bet or is this just
No. That's my prop bet. It's my prop bet. Okay. Yeah.
You go with a winner and then a first round leader.
So, anyways, out of his last 3 rounds starting at Augusta, he shot 67, 68, 66. His last 3 rounds.
Plays well there, man.
Yeah.
His
first round. Just his first round.
As much as people hate him, he plays well at Augusta.
I really like that. I'm putting money on that immediately.
I put money on Finau being a first round leader.
I don't think Jordan Spieth's the favorite. I don't think Jordan's going to come out and shoot great on Thursday. He'll come out and play well Friday, Saturday. But he's plus 14.
I bet Jordan Spieth will shoot 2 under 70.
Yeah, he'll shoot a respectable score.
Yeah.
All right, we want to do our real segment now on betting.
Yeah.
All right.
Wheeling.
I'm running it first. All right, boys. Before the golf winner, because I'm definitely getting that one wrong.
What was your record last week?
Oh yeah, I didn't do that. So I went 2-0 last week. Shout out,
nice.
me. Let's see.
That's how I do.
Let's see. The Jordan Spieth boost. I took that one. Huge. And Avs minus 1.5. They ended up winning by 4. That was also plus 230. So I got some money off of that one.
Yeah. I went 1-1.
Usually what happens when you win.
I went
Yeah.
1-1.
Yep, Cal went 1-1, Cade went 0-2, Evan went 0-2. That brings
Yeah.
our records to me 18-12. I'm still very happy with that.
Yeah.
Cal and Cade 13-17.
I'm not
and
mad.
Evan is 11-19.
I'm not mad with 13-17. I honestly, in the last 5 weeks, I think I have 3 0-2s. Like, I'm not mad about that, honestly. I have 10 losses in the last 5 weeks.
Not Cade, like the first 4 or 5 episodes, you like came out like 2-0 every week.
Yeah. And
we
then
should really start tracking units because that's what makes the difference. You know, Cade,
My units would be unreal.
yeah, same. I mean, yes, I think I'd be positive.
Yeah,
at
you
least
know,
in
Ty out
units.
here with those minus 500 money lines. Yeah, we're tired of that, dude.
I mean, you can roast me. I bet plus 280 and plus 230.
I'm joking, but I just wanted to say it just because you had the best record.
I win money, dog.
It's like when Evan was, 2-0 for like 2 weeks in a row, and he was like the happiest kid in the world. I'm like, yeah, well, when
Check units,
you
check
bet.
units. I'm up. Yeah, okay. Has one
I
plus
just want
700 bet,
facts.
and it makes up for
Got
7
bodied by
bets.
UFC this week.
Listen, no
That
matter
was one bet for UFC. That was last week. I got
Listen,
bodied.
I thought you did two UFC bets last week.
Oh,
No, I did. I did.
Evan, I'll tell you what. Season 2.
Scheffler plus or top 10. And then one
Evan, I'll
UFC
tell you
bet.
what. Season 2. After 52 episodes, and we start season 2 of this podcast, we'll start keeping track of units.
I'll be dead by then.
That's literally
Wait, the 50th episode you said?
the 52nd. Because we do an
52nd?
episode a week.
A year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a year. I like it.
It's a lot of bets.
I mean, hey,
Uh,
gonna
I'm
separate the men from the men. 'Cause
I'm
we're all
in.
dudes.
So,
I'm all
Hey,
in.
boys.
you want to go first?
Paul.
Yeah, I got first here. The Avalanche are playing the Wild tomorrow, and I'm taking the over of 5.5. I think they're going to score some goals. That's minus 115, so sue me for taking one that's minus 115.
Woo.
You took a coin flip. Shut the
You did.
What's this minus 103?
Evan did some stat padding.
Minus 115.
Stat padding.
All right, well, I'm going to make up for it here. My winner of the Masters this year, off of little to no research, because I think it'd be funny. Webb Simpson, plus 3,900.
I don't hate it. I don't
He
hate
finished-
it.
I don't
he
hate it
finished
either.
fifth,
I don't hate that.
He played
no.
well. He played really good last year.
Yeah,
I don't
know.
hate that, Ty. I actually don't hate
I saw
that
that he
at all.
tied for 5th, and I was like, I'll run with it.
Yeah, you like I don't. Why is that funny though?
Because
He's-
Webb
he's-
Simpson is still a funny name to me.
That is a great name.
The
That
bird,
is a
the
great
bird
name.
meme. The bird meme too.
The bird.
Yeah, no, give me Webb Simpson plus
Have
3,900.
fun in jail, buddy. Greatest post tournament speech ever.
Yep.
Who wants to go next?
I'll go next. I got Shoffley winning, and I got him top 10 plus 190.
Boy, you're really going out.
Well,
on a
you're
limb
riding
here.
hard on
You
Shoffley.
doubled down on
You
shit.
people are
You- yeah,
you
both
people
bets
are
can be
coming at
screwed.
me. This
Both
man
bets
just
can be
doubled
screwed by
down.
Friday. Both bets can be done by Friday.
Glory, dude. 25 units if I win this bet.
It's 25 units to get you. It says.
Actually, it'd be
Just say
27
real
units.
money. Jesus Christ. We're a common man's betting show.
True.
Well,
People
whatever
are gonna
money
be
you
like, what
bet,
the
it's
hell
going
are
to
you
be
talking
25
about
units.
People are going to be like, what is 25 units? Idiot.
It's like
What about
Pac-Man pellets. Just they're
It
Mountain Dew
means-
flavored.
for
That's why
anyone
that
everyone's
doesn't
talking
know-
about them.
Whatever money you bet, $1,
Sounds much-
100, or 100,000, you
Counts
get
by
25. Yeah.
Counts by 25.
Not that freaking hard count.
So Shoffley top 10 and a W.
All right, so I'll go next. My bet for the week, I'm taking Adam Scott first round winner over Bryson DeChambeau plus 140. Since got it this week, so I think the first round, I think Adam Scott's got him. And then for my winner, I'm taking arguably one of the hottest players coming into the Masters. He's going to go to the thrift shop, try on some green jackets before he's got to walk in there, Justin Thomas, because he doesn't have a clothing deal. So he's going to know what it feels like because, around Augusta National, there's thrift shops that have some green jackets there. So he knows what it feels like. I think he gets a second major this week after winning the Players already this year and solidifies his legacy, what he already has done. So I'm going with Justin Thomas.
Really quick, you said just Scott over Bryson, right?
Bryson, first round.
First round, okay.
First round. Yep.
It
he's very upset. Because he's going to pick Justin Thomas.
I'm not gonna pick him now.
Well, you
had.
can't.
I
So.
know you had.
Yeah.
Just pick Spieth. They're both plus 1,100.
No, that's cheesy.
He's
It's
plus
cheesy.
1,400 on Barstool.
Shut up, Cal.
For first round leader.
No, for the win.
I'm going to pick my first bet is a matchup. I'm taking Ian Poulter over Cameron Champ.
I saw that one. I was thinking about that
Okay.
one.
Cameron Champ's favored minus 126, but Ian Poulter's minus 102. I am taking Ian Poulter.
And that's
played-
first round as well?
Yes, he played really well last time in November here, and he played well in the match play.
He always plays well in the match play.
He's going to be hot. I believe it.
Poulter is the best match play player of all time.
Give me Kevin Kisner.
Okay.
What?
And then
It's a joke. Drink more
What?
Mountain Dew.
Evan, shut the hell up.
Thank you,
No!
Cade.
And for my winner,
Adam.
and I'm looking. Who do I like?
Boom, 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 boom.
I'm gonna take a first time winner. Plus 3,500. No, a major winner. I'm talking first time.
I'm really intrigued to see if you say the guy that I was also looking at one point today.
Plus 3,500. Tony Finau.
Okay.
You're gonna say
I thought you were going to say
Tony
Paul
Finau.
Casey.
No,
Paul Casey's been playing really good too. though.
Yeah,
I was
Paul
looking.
Casey-
I'm
Paul
going to
Casey
put
looks
money
like-
on Paul Casey.
Yeah, but Paul Casey looks like
He's a great first round leader versus the
he
bet.
is a good first round leader though.
Yeah. Him or Charlie Hoffman in the Masters always is leading
Charlie
the
Hoffman
first
is a
round.
lot.
Yeah. I don't think he's playing this week. I never saw
He's
him on the
not.
list
He's not in the
anywhere.
field. He's not.
Yeah.
Why?
Didn't qualify.
In qualify.
That sucks.
You have to qualify. You have to be invited to this, Evan. I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
Willie?
Well, he wasn't invited as a kid to parties, so he wouldn't know what that's like.
Tony Finau plus 3,500 though. That's it. I don't like
I
that.
voluntarily didn't go time.
What, were you told they didn't have Mountain Dew?
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Also,
I had to bring my own. Wasn't fucking with that.
fair enough. All right, yeah, these are the bets. Go back and listen to our prop bets if you want to make some real money, because those bets will probably hit. Just because out of pure spite. Yeah. I'm going to be, if one of us gets this right, I'm just going to be ecstatic for us.
Listen. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
It almost should count like 3 wins on your
Yeah,
record.
if someone picks the winner, no matter what, at the end of the day, like if like you
I'll
can
put
have,
a golden star in your square
Yeah,
for the rest of the
yeah.
year.
Yeah, like if you pick the Masters winner off the cuff, then you 100% own the betting title for at least a month. Like
So,
at least a month. Like you could go 0
had-
8 for the month, but it doesn't matter. You
We had
guessed it right.
Schauffele.
You're good.
We had Schauffele. We had Thomas. We had Finau and Taihu Jeff.
I got
Webb
Webb Simpson.
Webb Simpson. Okay.
So we got
I love the
three first-time
lineup.
winners.
Love the lineup.
We have 3 first-time major winners,
Love the
and
lineup.
then Cal taking a front runner. Anyways,
Someone that you were going to take, and I went first.
I can say it though because I didn't take
knew you
him.
were
I
gonna
can say
take
it. I can
Unbelievable.
say it though.
All right, yeah. That's the show. You guys got anything else to add?
You're
Stress ball.
Stress ball.
God.
I have a golf ball stress ball. It even has dimples.
No, I like that.
It never fails. I mean, I'm over it. I'm over it. This is the show. Thanks for listening, everybody. I don't know why anyone listens. I don't know why anyone listens to this.